Hey there, so today I had one of those Facebook challenge things that pops up every now and then, and it was saying go and get 30 days of black and white photos with any camera you've got handy. I thought, hey, that sounds like a good idea. So I thought I might just cycle through all the cameras I've got, one a day, take a black and white photo and post it up and just sort of have a look at the difference and dynamic range and all that sort of thing. So today we're going to start with going out for a walk with Emmy and finding something and well, taking a photo of it. So straight away today I'm just grabbing the camera that I always grab, or one of the two, and in this case it's the Sony RX100m5. That, and I've always got the iPhone with me as well, of course. But now before I head out and start taking a couple of photos, I'm going to make a couple of adjustments to the camera. The first one is turn the exposure control down to -1 stop. What that means is that the camera is going to shoot at 1 f-stop below what the automatic sensors in it tell it should be. That's going to stop things like the sky up here blowing out and getting blur around the edge of the trees and fuzz around the hair and things like that. It'll lower a little bit what you've got in the black, so you need to be careful about your contrast areas, but it'll stop the top end from blowing out and you won't lose any of that detail. Now we've got a pretty good sunset going on here, and also got some Kahuna flowers budding up behind me here, so I'm going to just compose a couple of shots of that pretty quickly. A lot of spontaneous photography is all about finding the smaller, more mundane things around you and framing them in a new way that makes them look new and special and a bit more exciting than they might otherwise be. I'm going to head down now further to the park and see what I can find down here and on my way, and see what Emmy's getting photos of as well. Another thing to do while out playing with the RX100, because of its incredibly good slow-mo stuff, we've definitely got to play with that, and this pile of grass down here that I'm just about to put together into a big pile and then get Flick to kick it real hard. And then of course a couple of really nice shots of the sun coming through the trees up there behind me. You gotta love the way that it flares through the branches there a bit. And of course you should never pass up all the variation and textures you can get, and the moss down the side here, and there's a bit of a tree trunk and rotten timber, bark in the trees, the leaves, lichen growing in the twigs, all that sort of thing. Any of these little bits and pieces that are around everywhere you go can make quite fascinating photographs, especially if you like get up close, find some new detail. Look at things that people don't normally look at, and look at them from an angle that people don't usually get a chance to get into. That's one of the reasons I love the drones. Most of it's just finding a new way to look at the world around you that people usually just walk past and miss. Nope.